Hello my fellow gamers and welcome once again to Perafilozof City Skylines videos. In this one I'll be continuing to build up the city, which I called Belgrade, but it's gonna be a Better Belgrade. Now in the previous episode I had expanded down here with new RCA zones. I had increased my capacity with the high school and the elementary school so that I can cover these areas with better area effect from the schools. This has led the industry to level up to level 2 over here, and almost all of the industry in the old area has leveled to level 2. Now I'm lacking around 1300 workers, and therefore I need to zone more residential, as I'm shown here with the very high demand for residential zones. Now I only have this one way leading out of the city, and if I want to expand I will have to move that one way over to the right. The way I have this built over here is that this is an exit for the industry and it's a one-way, but now it will be becoming a two-way, and that is the same that's going to be happening to this street. It will become a two-way, and over here also a two-way. Now I will continue going to the right with the two ways like this, and only at the end will I have a one-way leading the traffic out through here. So this connection here will be destroyed. I will have a one-way going all the way to the edge of the map, turn it around to face the right side to be getting out, and then go with a line going like this. Now I've been thinking whether or not I should follow the map, and I'm thinking why not, might as well. The one-way will go up to about somewhere like here, because it needs to lead the traffic in. It needs to be turned though before I can do anything else. So the traffic goes from these two ways here into this one way, and there are these two ways that crisscross over here and bring these zones. I haven't extended this one. I should do that right now. What's going on here? Oh, come on. There we go. I did use one way going to the right, then one way going to the left, and I think right, left, so this one would be right. I'm staying with this because I think it's going to force the traffic to flow better between these two areas. Now let's get back to getting more zonable space. This is pretty much the end for this one. If I want to get another one, it will have to come from down here. Over here, I guess I can either try and get it all the way down, or get this one down and then connect with this one and then delete this area here. Excellent. There we go. That's finished. I can extend this district over here, make more of the residential zones here. There should be more commercial in here, but the rest will be residential. Same over here, and then continuing here as well. So this district will expand over here to create more residential areas. I just have to see how is the traffic going to flow. Hopefully it's not going to give me any trouble. So the residential demand went down. I now have some unemployment and the jobs should start getting filled. Where was the additional abandonment? Why are you abandoned? There are no customers. Yeah, there should be a lot more now when more teams moving. The industry is probably abandoned due to not enough workers. I did have a lack of workers, which should now be filled. Here we go, big town, rich population of 7,000. Taxation policies, metros, new unlock. I unlocked all the policies when it comes to the taxes, and high density commercial, residential, and office zones, incineration plant, and university. Excellent. Well, at this point I could just finish up this area here and leave it as my area that creates good amounts of taxes. I could probably increase the taxes to the areas that are pretty happy, although you cannot increase the taxes to industry, which I found very interesting. You can increase this to high density commercial, to offices, to a low density residential, but you can't increase the taxes for the industry on specific areas, which is pretty interesting. Well, I won't increase any taxes at the moment. Up here was the agricultural area, and I think I can expand that further. As I get more teams, I will need new jobs, and this area should suffice. Alright, let's zone this. That should take care of any demand for jobs as I fill up this area with more residential. This area here will be commercial, of course, but the rest will all be residential. I'm not even going to add more shops here because I saw that there isn't that high of a demand. So this will all be residential. A line of shops will be here. I will need to see about the services. Yep, there's no coverage here, so definitely I'll need more services. Let's see, clinic. The crematorium should have great coverage. Interestingly enough, one crematorium has an entire tile's worth of coverage. I guess that's what happens when you use something that's from the workshop. And the police station as well. These guys will probably need a new elementary school, no doubt. As for the high schools, I believe I do have good coverage. Yep. Now, electricity and water. Water budget increased to 100, and the power budget is already at 100, so I will need to upgrade my capacity by building more of these fuel cells. Do I add one more? I guess I can add it here. Alright, and the garbage capacity. Yep, I am creating more than I can take with the current budget, so increase this budget as well to 100. Now, I think at this point, this one recycling plant should be able to deal with all of the garbage created by the low density areas. If I go high density, I will need more recycling plants. Haven't done this area with the water coverage. Need to fix that. There we go. Everything covered by water. Now the demand is much lower. I do still have a lot of open jobs. I'm not sure how should I deal with this. Total imports only 350. Mostly oil and ore. I'm exporting a lot of forestry products, goods. Oh my god, it says right here, and I've been looking at it this whole time and not understanding what it said. So oil products, ore products, and forestry products are the secondary types of industrial produced items, so to speak, which are then used by the industry to produce goods out of. So if I'm exporting them, that means that I have extra and I can produce more with generic industry. But then again, it says oil products, ore products, and forestry products as well for the import. It doesn't say anywhere raw raw items imports. So I think they really need to specify more clearly what is being imported and what is being exported for me to be able to understand what each one of these means. Alright, plenty of water, plenty of power, education capacity for high school, plenty, for elementary, plenty. I will keep to the low density in these areas. I have a good income. I do not think I need to add anything else at the moment. I should just speed up the game. But more teams need to move in to satisfy the jobs that I have opened up with all the industry. I will definitely not be building any more generic industry since I cannot employ enough population and satisfy all the industrial areas. Why haven't you leveled like the ones next to you more services? I guess they might want bus services. Oh, because the area of effect from the elementary school isn't close enough to these buildings and therefore they haven't leveled. Well, nothing that I can do about that. My population is steadily increasing, 7,500 now. The birth rate is 26, death rate is 1, so the single crematorium should be able to handle pretty much everything. It does cost 1,000 per week, but it does give excellent coverage for the death care, and that is counted as a service. I think one thing that I haven't expanded is the park coverage. Yep, as I thought. So let me see, one more added here. And then one more added in here. That should make sure that all of these areas are covered. I wonder have I unlocked anything new from these things. Oh, actually I have unlocked plenty. I just haven't built any yet. Let's see. Expo Center. Aquarium. Science Center. Doesn't look like something that should go on a hill. A business park. This looks like it could go on a hill and be rather cool looking. Let's see. Fits like a glove on this hill. Awesome. Let me check out how it looks like from over here, for example. Awesome, you can see it's from everywhere. Pretty cool. It doesn't cost that much, just 400 per week. Let's see what I could place here. Alright, I know that I can place buses. Gosh, that'd be annoying. Now this park. Transporting tower, friendly neighborhood park, fountain of life, statue of industry. Yeah, nothing that terribly interesting. This fits very nice here in the middle. Alright, so how's the employment and the number of jobs? Still a lot of open jobs, very annoying. What's with these teams? Shouldn't they start? Okay, I do have a large demand and these areas are filled. Oh, so I can definitely zone more. Pardon me, my teams. I was very wrong in accusing you of mischief. Here you go, plenty of new zones. Still a small hill here, but I think this one will be enough to build more stuff on. I guess I can zone this area here if I'm just going to use this hill over here for more monuments, or should I say unique buildings. Alright, what else do I need to take care of? Probably more park coverage, or maybe not. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 parks, and in between them there should be good coverage. Over here I could have expanded actually as well towards the end of the map, and could have given this industry a way to go into this one way. So how about I stretch the one way over here, turn it of course around, and add a connection through this two-way all the way here. Then from here as well. There we go. The industry should have a clear shot now to the one way going over there. Now I did use the ramp here so that the traffic who wants to go down here would use the ramp and the industrial traffic would use this one here. If I had a street here, then the traffic, all of the traffic would go through here instead of just the industrial traffic. The same would probably be for the street here, but as far as I can see, the industrial traffic isn't all going through the same street, so it looks okay to me. If I see a lot of industrial traffic here, I will give them another exit over here. In any event, let's see how is this expanding. Oh right, I am almost out of my garbage capacity. Well, that means I will probably need a new recycling center. I will probably buy this tile here and then get a new recycling center here if this one is over here. As for the power and water and sewage, they seem to be able to handle a little bit more before I need to upgrade that. Alright, this looks kinda okay. I'm losing the fire coverage over here, as well as the clinic coverage, so if I want to expand, I will probably need to add more clinics and more fire stations here. At this point, I'm starting to think that maybe fire station would be better than a firehouse, considering how many I am going to end up building. Let's see, 560 and 1400. Yeah, at this point a fire station might serve this area of the city far better than so many firehouses. Let's see, turn this one off, turn this one off, turn this one off, and give me a fire station in the middle like this. Yeah, the only problem is it's not gonna cover everything if I place it here. I have to go over here to cover the upper areas, and then the areas down there would not have coverage. How about I put these two back on? And then instead of going with more fire stations over here, I go with firehouses over here, I go with a fire station over here. Yeah, that's better. Alright, a lot more commercial demand than before, excellent, and I do have the perfect spot for that. This should satisfy pretty much all the commercial demand if they manage to build every single building on these zones that I'm giving them right now. Can probably add more residential as they keep expanding over here. New shop here. Okay, population at 9,000, excellent. A good income, 11,000. Anything else that needs to be built? Nope, kinda looks good. I could go with the university, but I'm thinking I will hold on with that until I start building high density residential areas. My land value isn't very high, although I do have parks and recreation and that residential area. Not in this one though. Maybe that wouldn't even be such a bad idea. Increasing the land value could potentially increase the level of the buildings, and that could increase how much money am I getting from the taxes. I seem to be running out of power. That was to be expected. And then I'll just keep building more fuel cells. How about the water? Yep, I'm going to start running out of water and sewage capacity as well. Well, in order not to be building just water pumping stations one after another, I'm going to jump to the large water pumping station. Now, but this is kind of problematic to balance, because now it would start pumping 3 times more water than the default one, while the water drain pipes would keep the same old capacity. So if I were to start playing around with the budget up and down, I would be reducing this far more than I would be reducing the water pumping station's capacity. So until I can have 3 water drainage pipes, I won't switch the default water pumping stations for this large water pumping station. Although I am at this point going to have 3, so disregard what I said a moment ago. Let's see. Bulldozer. No, I think I'm just gonna turn them off. Add the large one. This one needs a power connection. And then add one more sewage outflow pipe. And now both of these are going to have come on, turn on. Oops, it does not have a connection for some reason. Okay, it should have now. There we go. Now it should have close to equal full capacity at 100% budget. So if I reduce to, let's say, 85%, it should match my city's needs. Okay, a little bit more, 87%. Okay, and now I can reduce the budget or increase it for one large power water pumping station and 3 water draining pipes. I can have more sims in my city, as they have filled up all the previously zoned areas. Let's see, I can give them more residential here, some more commercial as well. This needs a roads connection. Alright, some more. Whoops. Oh, small city. Reached a population of 10,000. Level 6 unique buildings. Trains. New policies. Excellent. I've been waiting for those. A hydro dam plant. Train stations. Cargo train terminals. Excellent. At this point, I can start using the new tile and go with the high density. But before that, let me just fill up the rest of this tile. It seems that now I can finally have more commercial, so the places I have left unzoned are going to become zoned as commercial. Over here we can have more residential areas, some more commercial after that. Same over here. Shouldn't go too close to the exits up there with these zones themselves. See, more residential, more commercial over here. What do we have here? Going from right to left, so left to right would be this one, and this one would be right to left. Okay, that should take care of the new demand. I do need to check on the amount of garbage. I am definitely producing more garbage than I'm recycling. This thing is almost gonna fill up to the max, so a new recycling center will have to be built over here. Good question is where? I guess at the edge, so that it can service the next tile as well. Although it won't have any power now. If I want to bring the power to it, I will have to use some pylons for the moment. And I will see about what kind of zones I will bring closer to it. How's my unemployment and the number of jobs? Still over 1,000 jobs yet to be filled. Very interesting indeed. This area will need a new clinic and a new police station for coverage. How is it for elementary schools? It's gonna need a new elementary school as well. but I won't build any at the moment until I buy the tile. I might as well buy the tile right now. Take a look at what do we have here. So this is oil, and this is all farmable areas. That should be interesting to play around with. Need to expand the water network and the sewage network. They're one and the same, as you can see. There are two pipes. It's very interesting. I've gotten up to level 4 in the old areas, and that's very good, which means that they will give great tax returns. Level 3, 11,000, level 4, 4,000. Very nice. As for the commercial, 2,000 at level 1, level 2, 5,000, even level 3 commercial areas. Really, level 3 low density commercial areas. Awesome. Yeah, but they now do not have highly educated workers because they do not have a university. Well, if they are gonna keep leveling up so high, I might as well give them a university. Although I should go with the improved university because it has far less capacity and it costs far less, especially considering that I would not need even the 2000 capacity when I have only the need for about 650 to be educated. I guess I could use the spot here and then use the spot here for a new unlocked building, something interesting but not too expensive. The aquarium looks... oh, yeah, that's big. So let's go with something smaller. The official park. And it can fit nicely here. Cool. Pretty cool building. Alright, I might have forgotten to add more parks over here as I started expanding. Yeah. So I should add one here. Let's just try and fit it. Excellent. Alright, so a lot more residential demand. I do have just enough power and water. I would need to expand now. I have yet to unlock anything new, but I was thinking about starting to use clean energy. I could go with the advanced wind turbines or the modular solar panels. Let's see, these will provide 16 megawatts. This would provide... actually, there's no place for me to put these, so I might as well give up on those. Yeah, I am running out of power. I will increase the budget a little bit until I figure out where do I want which buildings to place. Let's see, is this okay? I mean, upkeep of 160 per week for 16 megawatts. So each megawatt costs about 10 crates per week. But over here it costed 5, 6, 6.5, so clean energy costing a little bit more. Oh, I guess that's understandable. What's up with the abandonment? Ah, worker education was too low. Yeah, I'm working on that. I have the university, I have not enough high school capacity. How about that? Well, in that case, if I wish to expand more residential areas over here, I will need to add a new high school. Alright. Enough with the transportation pop-ups. Really. What's going on here? Low land value. Alright, because these guys are at the fringes of this zone. That's okay, I will just unzone them then. So, the power, yeah. Where would I build a lot of solar panels? I think this area over here where everything is flat would be nice for doing that, but I haven't yet started expanding over here. I haven't made any ideas on how to redo the highway because, as you know, I very much dislike the default highways and the connections. But I think I will leave all of this for the next video. Thank you all for watching, and please stay tuned for more.